Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Social Trends here on AtikuLive, and I remain your favorite host, Sarah.
My name is Abago Inyechi Sylvia, and you're welcome to another segment of this show.
Well, guys, let's dive right into what we have for today. We have a lot of people discussing the outrageous, basically the outrageous amount of money that some 5 particular big Nigerian banks have deducted in 6 months for account maintenance, and it sums up to about 57 billion naira.
Yeah.
And these particular banks are First Bank of Nigeria, United Bank for Africa, Guarantee Trust Bank, Access Bank, and Zenith Bank. I was not even surprised seeing both, like first Access, then Zenith. Those two banks have given us headache in this country.
They're always giving us headache. But then looking at the amount of money that they have actually collected from people, it's enough to start up something in Nigeria. And I'm looking at it, what are they doing with this money? How are they contributing to the community? So I think UBN should look into this and know what to do about this.
Well, definitely the CBN has to look into this, because like normally these kind of banks should be able to give back to the community. I'm yet to see any initiative where they actually give back to the community. This is a lot of money, because when you come to think about it, the budget for 2022 for the FCT alone was about 64 billion naira for 2022.
Now
so imagine we're talking a whole year. And then 5 banks, just 5 banks.
And this thing happens to the private owners, like it's not a government thing.
Exactly.
These are private, and recently we heard that they just bought Polaris Bank.
Exactly. It's really outrageous. It's quite alarming, because now I've noticed a trend. You cannot deposit a sum of 5,000, or even, no matter the sum, don't even mind the way I'm saying it, but no matter the sum of money you deposit in your account, it doesn't remain the same.
You can't get it
back.
back.
In 1 month or less, you will be hearing of one.
Growing up as a little boy, we were told every day that we were the leaders of tomorrow. Good roads.
Spoke about the security alert that was, basically the trend of yesterday, and day before yesterday also on Twitter, it was really trending. Well, basically the U.S. Embassy released a memo stating that Abuja security has been infiltrated. There is something going on that they've noticed, basically a trend that they've noticed, they're telling the whole residents of Abuja to be careful. Basically, I'm going to just read out what was stated in the memo. Well, in the heading of the memo, you can see the U.S. Embassy logo, and also the U.S. Embassy and Consulate is written boldly on it. It says, there's an elevated risk of terror attacks in Nigeria, specifically in Abuja. Targets may include, but are not limited to, government buildings, places of worship, schools, markets, shopping malls, hotels, bars, restaurants, athletic gatherings, transport terminals, law enforcement facilities, and international organizations. The U.S. Embassy will offer reduced services until further notice. This actually, I don't know, released a kind of fear in me, because basically they're telling us to not go anywhere. We should sit at home.
You know, Sarah, gone are those days when we want to travel for adventures, when we want to go to church with peaceful mind. These days you see pastors with so many securities when the Holy Spirit is there, but then the Nigerian security will tell you no, that the Holy Spirit is not going to save you in this one. Gone are those days that you go to church without being scared of what will happen next. We can't go to the marketplaces. Okay, look at what is happening now, and look at the places that they say that we should be mindful of. Meanwhile, these are places we go on a daily basis.
So what
if
would
you're
the
not in the
people do?
church, you're
The
either in the
marketers, what would
you're
they
in the
even do?
exactly.
How would they
are
feed?
are
They
we
need it
going
for their
to
daily
now
2K.
do anything everything from home? Even if we are at home, it's not still safe.
And we have jobs.
We have
Do you
jobs. It
understand?
doesn't
There are
mean that we
jobs.
should just
People can't sit at home.
and now the Nigerian police force, they are saying that they are actually doing something. But then we want to know, what exactly are you guys doing? Coming to work, I'm supposed to at least by now see some strategic places where they have placed
Well,
securities.
I'm not seeing any
but I'm
security.
not seeing
no,
all
no,
those
at
kind
all.
of things.
I
But they
haven't.
come out to tell us that yes, that they are actually doing something about it, that we should not panic. My sister, panic for your life. Because right now, nobody is actually doing it. And we have just 2 days. They just gave us today and tomorrow for this whole Dawa King Gagawa thing. And now I'm asking, after these 2 days, what is going to happen? Are they now going to relax and allow the whole thing to happen? Because we need to stay at alert. This is something that it should be a little bit longer than just 2 days. At least 1 month or even a week plus.
Well, they're literally
enough.
asking us to stay at home, but there is really no provision made for that. Schools are not on break. If truly there's a security threat, schools should have vacated, right?
Of course.
Maybe also some workplaces should have ordered their staff to sit at home and work from home or something, but those things have not been put in place. So you can't just say, don't go anywhere. It's not possible because the world cannot press pause because of, it's just a security alert. The government has to do something. They have to enforce something. They have to enforce a law or something and say, okay, from this day to this day, everybody should sit at home. That's different from just telling us sit at home.
But apart from you sitting at home, at least they should assure us, there should be a kind of assurance and show us that they are really working to do this. Start up something. Even in other places, by now you should have seen like security personnel in some strategic places, but in Nigeria is no for us.
Well, in response to this particular memo, as of yesterday, there was really no response right from the early hours of yesterday until late hours of yesterday that a spokesperson for the Nigerian police, in person of CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, he released a press statement basically letting us know that the police has announced an operation named King Gagawa. So in Abuja right now, I had to ask a friend of mine who apparently is a Hausa indigen, because I did not understand what it meant, Dagin Gagawa. So I had to ask, this is Hausa, right? What does it mean? So it basically told me that it has something to do with an emergency room or something like that. And I was like, wow. So basically I did declaring a state of emergency. But why not just say it in English so we just know?
Understand.
Let us know that this is a state of emergency.
You know, security, they always have their own kind of language. I think this is a form
code.
Of, just as they would say, Operation Python dance and so many other things. I think this is a kind of a code.
Okay, well, in the press release, the police spokesperson said, the exercise will involve diversion of traffic, use of blank ammunition and other operational manpower and assets. And this is designed to improve interoperability and synergy between different units and formation of the force in response to terrorist incidents and other violent crimes. The MPF thereby urges the general public not to panic at the sound of explosives and gunshots during the exercise. Please. Which one is explosives again? Like, what is this? What is going on? Like,
is it from the terrorists or from the security in Nigeria? Because we need to know.
I think what's happening, I don't know if you've noticed this vigilantes, maybe in the middle of the night, there's something they usually do. There's an exercise they do where they just fire some shots in the air. For no good reason. They're just firing it so that they know that, yeah, we are alert. We are alert. Do you understand?
Okay.
So could that be what the police is trying to do? And if so, why are they doing it for just 2 days and cutting it off? Like, I'm not understanding.
That's why I say after the 2 days, what happens?
Like,
are we supposed to start panicking? Because right now they say we should not panic. So I want to know, is it after the 2 days we should start panicking again? Are we really sure of this whole thing is going to be safe for everybody?
But is this really what we need right now? Do we really need them to be using explosives and like save the ammunition, save everything for when there is actual danger, when you're seeing the danger? Because right now it's just a threat. I think what the police should actually do is put some of these police, officers in some strategic points, like they mentioned in the memo, the religious houses, schools, especially the schools. We have children in school right now. We have, it wouldn't be the first time I'll hear of this kind of a threat, and it happened in Ebonyi State, where a secondary school, was bombed. Exactly. Do you understand? There was actually an explosion there. So in a case like that, where you have such a security threat, you need to have security personnel on ground. I am not seeing any signs of, concern or whatsoever. We're supposed to see, maybe by now we'll be seeing military trucks or something. Nothing. All I'm seeing is online. Are they doing remote work too? Are they doing it from online?
The truth is that where they are supposed to work, they are not going to work. I know what happened at the Lekki toll gate. Who gave the order? Nobody. But these are the kind of things you are supposed to now give order, and people are waiting and waiting for you to say something, and you're not doing anything. That's why we really need to put somebody in seat who is going to tackle this whole insecurity thing in Nigeria.
Yes,
and
yes, of course.
The only person I have in mind, of course, is going to be Atiku Abubakar, and we need to work hard. We need to, as a Nigerian, put hands together to vote him in. That's what I
security is actually one of the key points in his 5-point agenda, and it's just beautiful that he takes it really seriously.
Of course,
we have currently a shortage of police officers, and if you also notice in the 5-point agenda, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has said that he's going to hire more police officers to actually meet up to the ratio that is needed, that is actually going to be important for this country. The truth of the matter is that here in Nigeria, we don't take all these ratio and statistics seriously. But it's something that should be in place, but we don't take it seriously. Anyway, this leads us to another thing that I saw online. I don't know how to feel about this. A police officer was caught on duty drunk. Basically drunk and wasted, and could not even make a complete statement.
These are the people we are going to go to war with.
Do you understand? He was seen fully clothed in his police uniform. And is this the officer that they are also going to deploy to a strategic point to protect us?
I can imagine.
I don't even know how to feel about this.
That's why I said everybody needs to be panicking right now. Because even the people they are putting there to secure us are not even safe. They are not mentally okay. They are physically not okay.
But how are you going under this administration? Who is actually in his or her right
You can imagine the kind of frustration that man is going through.
Some people came online and were ranting, talking about how it could be that he's having problems with mental health or whatsoever. Probably having financial issues or anything like that.
But that's not an excuse.
But still,
if you're having those things, you need to relax back at home. You need to think about yourself and take care of yourself before coming out on duty.
That's why people take off, like leave.
He was seen with a gun. What if because he's a drunk officer, what if he mistakenly opened fire to innocent citizens?
Yeah.
What will happen? What are people going to say? Is it an accidental discharge? No. They should look into it and actually find a way to persecute that man.
Well, thankfully he was caught by his superiors, so most likely he would get sanctioned for whatever it is that was going on there, because it was alleged that he was drunk, although in the video you could also see some signs that he is not mentally okay. So something was wrong. Either he was drunk or he just recently ran mad, which I think the drunkenness is
still part of
the drunkenness is the first thing that you would think anyway. So guys, anyway, we've come to an end of today's show. Please, guys, do not forget to stay safe. Please be at alert. Look at your surroundings. Do not get distracted easily. Look at your surroundings. Make sure that you tell your neighbors, your friends, anybody who has not heard of this security alert. Please let everybody know, because right now Abuja is not safe. No matter what anybody has to say, I'm not seeing the police doing anything, although they have come out to tell us that yes, this security alert is definitely real, but I'm not seeing any effort whatsoever to curb whatever threats are coming our way. So guys, until next time, I am Sarah Stanley. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Please share the show to your family and friends also to tune in.
All right, my name is Awagoyi Nyechi. See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.